Hi, I'm Mo Litvig, and welcome to our presentation today from earneasymoney.info, a site which is dedicated to giving you tips and tools for creating alternative forms of employment. You see, we don't believe that you should spend all your life working. You were given 75 to 85 years on this planet by average in the this parts of the Western world and the Northern Hemisphere. You know, why should you spend a quarter of that time working in cubicle offices, looking at figures and numbers and words that mean absolutely nothing to you at all? You know, they have absolutely no purpose in your life other than the fact that it pays your meal ticket. You know, and within that, your time is your most important and valuable possession. If you have 80 years here, your time and its value is not dictated to you by the market conditions. They would like you to believe that because it allows those in control to remain in control. But actually, you're the one who dictates that. The only thing that stops you from earning $2,000 an hour is your own sort of opinion of your own value and how you think and feel about yourself. So within that, we're looking at ways that different forms of income producing activities can be used to sort of supplement or completely get rid of altogether traditional and orthodox employment. And today we're looking at freelancing, which is effectively where you work for yourself. You may pick one specialism or split your time amongst various different specialisms, but effectively you get to pick and choose what tasks you want to take on. If you want to take on a job doing some word processing, fine, take it on, but tomorrow you don't have to do that. Tomorrow you could write an Excel spreadsheet for someone with a macro in it. And you know, the great thing about that is you get variety. You get to effectively choose what you want to do, when you want to do it, within reason. And if you know where to look for the work, there's never really a situation where you're forced into taking something that you don't really want to do. It's also great because you get to increase your rate of pay. The same jobs that you would do for a traditional employer in an office environment, you sometimes get 2, 3, 4, even 5 times as much working in the freelancing as an independent market. Working as a freelancer in the independent market, beg your pardon. You will find that you often perform the same tasks that you would in normal employment. It's quite funny actually that you can go from working one job one day getting paid just above minimum wage to the next day you're getting paid 2, 3, 4 times that, and you're really wondering how you didn't figure this out before. And the other side effect of it is, you know, regardless of how much you prize or how much you have disdain towards ego, it allows you to develop your own reputation and gain respect, which are very powerful motivators, especially in a world where some office managers just seem content with belittling their staff left, right and centre. So what am I going to freelance? Right, this is actually far easier than you can imagine. People have all sorts of skills that they can freelance and use, but most of the time they just go, "Oh, I can't do anything, man." And you know, if you don't scratch the surface, that is going to be your opinion, and that's fine. But if you want to do this, get a pen and paper. I want you to create several mind maps. If you don't know what a mind map is, look it up on Google. You'll find a guy called Tony Buzan, who is probably the master of the mind map. But effectively, what we're going to do is create several mind maps, and in the center of each mind map, place a core situation, so like home or at work or at school, and then from that core situation write all the other tasks that you've performed in that situation, regardless of how silly or minuscule or irrelevant it may seem. List them all down. You should have 2, 3, 4, 5 sheets, a whole bunch of different tasks that you performed. Once you've done it, circle your 5 to 10 best abilities. These could be abilities that you did really well, tasks that you did really well, or tasks that you really enjoyed. And I guarantee you that someone out there is going to want someone else to do those tasks. So the great thing is that, you know, you're always going to find work. Now, if you're thinking that you can't, and a typical thing that, you know, you hear this comes from, mothers and housewives, you know, it's ridiculous. These are the most qualified, experienced people on the face of the planet, and they run around and, you know, they say that they can't do this, that, or the other, and they're not qualified. It's ridiculous. A mother is a cook, project manager, psychologist, hostage negotiator, entertainer, conflict resolution manager. You know, these guys deal with stuff day in, day out. And, you know, I'm being slightly comical, but it's true. If you break the skills down that they use to the sort of minimum level, then actually what happens is you find that their skills are no different than highly paid executives in, you know, these Wall Street companies, banks, and investment houses. It's quite amusing to watch it. And you know, the only difference between a housewife with 4 kids and a $300,000 a year executive working in a, you know, a high-rise building. The only difference between them a lot of the time is the fact that one of them's getting paid $300,000. You know, the terms of abilities and skills, they're the same.